Good morning and welcome to the final day of action here this week in the FGCL. And what a matchup we have to start our triple header here on Field 1. It's the Swashbucklers and the Rodeo. And we're off and running. The first pitch from Allison Sparkman is a strike. Swashbucklers enter in third place in the FGCL, 8-3. They've won 2 in a row. The Rodeo currently sitting in 6th at 5-5. And here is the starting lineup for Allie Ledenham's Lakewood Ranch Rodeo. Daniela Monaco is currently at the plate, the center fielder. Grace Taylor, the shortstop, bats second. Sam Walls, left field, hitting third. With Sadie Armstrong, the pitcher, batting fourth. Lily Shivert, the third baseman's in the 5 spot. Batting sixth is Montgomery Henderson, the first baseman. Danny Franz, the catcher's in the 7 hole. Cash Abaird, the second baseman, bats 8th. Sam White, right field in the 9 spot. Carly Meredith, the DP, bats 10th. And they're facing, in the circle, Allison Sparkman. Sparkman, the Florida Gator. With a 2-2 that's high. A 4.67 ERA on the summer. 24 innings, a 3-0 record, 27 hits, 18 runs, 16 earned, 26 walks to 21 strikeouts. Swashbucklers picked up a big run rule win over the Loggerheads yesterday. And there's a strikeout to start. Good kickoff for Sparkman here today, 1 down. Defense for the Swashbucklers looks like this. Griggs is in left, Jay Hughes is in center, Varades in right, English over at short, beg your pardon, Willard at third, English at short, Frederick at second, Savant at first, and Riley is behind the plate. And there is ball 1 to Grace Taylor out of Illinois, Chicago. Taylor, 4 of 15 on the summer. 4 RBIs, 3 runs scored. Has drawn 4 walks. Getting started a little bit early today. So now we got everything set up here. You can hit me up on Twitter at Gray_Robertson. We'll read your message. Send us a shout out for who you want to shout out. Someone on the team, on the field, let us know. Ooh, called strike. And a called strike 3. Great start for Sparkman. Back-to-back case. And a great kickoff to this game for the Swashbucklers as Sam Walls out of South Florida steps in. Batting .500, 10 of 20 with 3 RBIs, a double, and 5 runs. Change up, hit foul, 1-2. What a start, though, for Sparkman. Her pitches are moving very well here in the early going, and kind of when she's gotten in tough situations so far this summer. It's been a result of not locating your changeup. That pitch has looked very good out of the hand so far this morning. Brilliant. Sparkman strikes out the side, and we go to the bottom of the first. Scoreless here on field one. Here is the starting lineup for the Swashbucklers, coached by McKenna Reed, 8-3 so far on the summer, and perched in third place presently. A lot of action coming today in the FGCL standings. Madison Hoffman, the extra hitter, leads off. Garrett Griggs, left field, bats second. Libby J. Hughes, center field in the 3 spot. Rusty Riley, the catcher, bats fourth. Eden Frederick, the second baseman, is in the 5 spot. Kate English, the shortstop, bats sixth. In the 7 hole, Belle Verady, the right fielder. Zaylee Packett, DP, in the 8 hole. Madeline Willard, third base, bats ninth. And Kylie Savant, the first baseman, is batting 10th. They're facing, in the circle, Sadie Armstrong, who falls behind 2-0. Armstrong out of Longwood with a 3.11 ERA and an 0-2 record. 18 innings, 21 hits, 15 runs, 8 earned, 7 walks, and 6 strikeouts. Hoffman grounds that to first. 1 down. Defense for the Rodeo is as follows for now. They're going to do a lot of defensive subs. I don't necessarily know if we're going to be able to tell you all of them in real time, but we'll try. Walls in left, center is Monaco, White's in right. Shivert at third, Taylor at short, Abear at second, Henderson, who just made that play, at first, and Franz is behind the plate. And here is Garrett Griggs from the University of Alabama, my day job. First pitch high, ball 1. Griggs had her first home run yesterday on her birthday on the summer, hitting .467, 14 of 30, 8 RBIs, a homer, a triple, a double, 9 runs. 500 on base percentage for the rising sophomore. That's slapped foul, 1-1. 3-1. It's right back to the circle, and the flip to first. We'll get out number 2. So 2 gone for the big power threat, Libby J. Hughes. She has put on a show to start her summer. Not a ton of action. Kind of got into the league a little bit late. Or at least got here a little bit late, but since she showed up, 6 for 11, 545 average, 9 RBIs. That's hardly good for third most on the Swashbucklers. 3 home runs, 2 doubles, and 6 runs scored. Waits and sends out to left and right to the waiting glove of Walls. We've played 1 scoreless here on field 1. Second inning begins with a new pitcher, Kate Daly, the transfer. There's a dog going absolutely nuts. Wow. Kate Daly, the transfer from BYU, is in for Sparkman, a 3.73 ERA, 20 and 2/3 innings, 2-2 record, 18 hits, 19 runs, 11 earned, 12 walks, and 26 strikeouts. Wouldn't be shocked if we see Sparkman again. She went an inning and struck out 3. Good start. First pitch strike to Sadie Armstrong, hitting in the 4 spot today for the Rodeo. Armstrong 3 of 16 so far this summer. It's a 188 average, 2 RBIs, a home run, a double, 3 walks, a 316 on base percentage. Right now the question is, can the Rodeo figure out what to do with a swashbuckler pitcher? New pitcher, same result, 4 straight strikeouts to start the game. Now in steps the member of the UMass softball team, Lily Shivert. Shivert 1 for 17. That one was a home run. She's driven in 4 runs and scored 2 herself. Over on the other field, we'll update you from time to time. Bottom of the first, Snowbirds and Sea Cows tied up at 1. As a plane passes overhead. Already a really hot day. I mean, walking around this morning, I could feel my arms getting sunburned. I got a story from an Alabama news source that said, "Get ready, it's about to get hot." And I said, "About to get?" Okay. Just out, 2-2. Kind of the first count that's been semi-worked by a Rodeo batter. On the ground, this won't be a strikeout, but it will be a 6-3 for out number 2. Good play by English over at short. And in steps the Oklahoma State Cowgirl, Montgomery Henderson. 4 of 14 with 3 RBIs, a homer, a double, 2 runs. OBP at 545. That is not a typo. She's walked 7 times, been hit by a pitch once. First pitch ball to Henderson. Kate Daly, a late portal addition out of BYU. And I believe the process has begun for her, talking to schools. It's been interesting to kind of get her perspective on her story and what she's looking for with this move. Right now, she's pitching like an absolute ace. She and Sparkman have been darn near untouchable through an inning and 2/3. Another 1-2. That time the rise goes high, 2-2. And she got her 2. 5 strikeouts by Swashbuckler pitching to start this game. And zeros across the board as we head to the home half of the second here on field 1. Rusty Riley starts it off. Here in the second inning, it's Riley, Frederick, and English, and the first pitch is rolled to third. The throw to first will be just in the nick of time from Shivert. One down. All right, off we go. Eden Frederick portaled her way to Delaware after starting at Furman. 13 of 29, a 448 average, 4 RBIs, 11 runs scored. On base percentage of 484. Quickly 0-2. These pitchers are not messing around today. Swing and a miss. First strikeout for Armstrong. And now 2 down for Kate English, who's going to Reinhardt, portaling from App State. Batting .391, 9 of 23. Eight RBIs, a double, and 8 runs. It's grounded foul. 1-2. This is in play, and it's going to stay fair. Works as well as if she'd hit it to the fence and it was relayed in very quickly. Swinging bunt for English. And a base runner for the first time in this game with 2 outs. And here is Belverady, currently in the portal. Coming from App State, just like English was. Verady, 7 of 18, 389 average, 4 RBIs, a homer, and 5 runs. On base percentage of 476. Pulling out of her swing just a little bit. 0-2. All right, let's see if we've heard from any of you. We'll say these two teams have called a decent number of their games. Not exactly the best rate of response on social media, as in I don't think I've heard from any Swashbucklers or Rodeo. So @Gray_Robertson. You know, the Skeeters, I get like 4 tweets for them a game. Again, it's just me up here. So join the conversation. I'll play the Lonely Boy card if I have to. 1-2 is a slow roller to short. This is going to be a problem. And Verady is safe. A pair of infield singles. And the Swashbucklers are set up for a little two-out magic with Zaley Packett about to step in. Packett from Cleveland Community College, 3 for 22 on the summer, 136 average, 4 RBIs, 3 runs scored. Ball 1. I would not recommend a walk here, excuse me, to load the bases. And that's exactly what Armstrong does. So out of nowhere, some drama here in the second. And Packett has the free pass to bring up Madeline Willard out of University of Arkansas Monticello. Willard is hitting .250, 6 of 24 with 6 RBIs, 2 doubles and 3 runs. Producer Aubrey has produced the greatest gift, which is coffee. Thank you, Aubrey. Swashbucklers trying to cash in on a gift here in this inning. 2 infield singles and a walk, and here we are with the bases loaded. There's a strike, 1-1. Fouled off, 1-2. Grounded to third, and there's the force to get out of a jam. Shivert takes it herself, and the Swashbucklers leave them loaded after 2, still scoreless here on field 1. 7, 8, 9 due up for the rodeo here in the third. Franz, Hebert, and White against Kate Daly, who needed just 15 pitches to work through her first inning, the second inning of the game. Danny Franz getting it started out of Lindenwood. Up 2-0, hitting .250, 4 of 16 with 3 RBIs, a home run, a double, and 3 runs scored. And there's a base hit right through the 5-6 hole. Franz not trying to do too much, just poking it through, and a base runner for the rodeo here in the third. Looks like Allen will come and run. That's Cam Allen over at first. And here is Cash Money. Cash Hebert in the portal right now. 10 for 21, 3 RBIs, 2 doubles, and 8 runs. Takes it up and in for ball 1. And that'll sneak through the 3-4 hole. Allen stops at second, but back-to-back singles. And now the rodeo is starting to generate a little something. Cash now 11 for 22 this summer. White's due up, and here comes McKenna Reed to have a word with Kate Daly with 2 on and nobody out. First pitch to Sam White is a called strike. White out of Illinois, Chicago. 4 of 17 on the summer with a run scored. White, a freshman last year from Merrillville, Indiana. Quickly down 0-2. That dog is a little shrill here this early in the morning, and I love dogs. I miss mine terribly, ironically, similar to the runner over at first base. My pup named Cash, the goodest of boys. 0-2 from Daly is grounded to short. The flip to third will get the lead runner. That's a great recovery by English. And there's one down. And now here is Carly Meredith. The Virginia Cavalier has been a dynamo in the circle and is starting to heat up a little bit more at the plate. Had a hit yesterday that drove in a pair of runs. On the summer, 2 for 15 with those 2 RBIs, a double, 2 runs. She's also walked twice, so a 235 OBP. 1-0 from Dowley. Popped up. Infield fly is called. Two away. Beg your pardon for some of the scratchiness in the voice. I don't know what has happened. Maybe it's just end of the week nonsense. Here's Daniela Monaco. The Mercer Bear. Runner's going to 3, and she gets hit by the throw. But no chance to come in for A-Bear. And it's just a regular old double steal. Put 2 in scoring position for Monaco, who struck out her first time up. Monaco now 9 for 23 on the summer with 2 RBIs, 4 doubles, and 2 runs. Trying to bring in the first runs of this game. Grounded to first and gloved. Savant taps the bag. And that is how the inning ends. So the last 2 frames, we've seen both of these teams start to generate some chances, but still no runs on the board. We go to the bottom of the third, all tied up at 0 here on field 1. Ten 1-2, Savant, Hoffman, and Griggs. So, great chance for the Swashbucklers to start something with their 10-hitter, Kylie Savant, hitting .250, 3 RBIs, a double, and 4 runs. Newest member of the Bob Mob. If you know, you know. Strike 1. She's going to South Alabama to play for the GOAT, Becky Clark. Best Bob in softball. Transferring over from Houston, Savant is. Ground ball over to short. Well gloved. Believe that's still Taylor. 1 down. And back to the top of the order with Hoffman. Oklahoma State Cowgirl, we didn't really get a chance to talk about because she grounded out her first time up, but that just bumped her to now 15 for 28 this summer with 15 runs scored, 14 RBIs. That's good for second in the FGCL. A homer, a triple, 5 doubles. on base percentage entering today was at .657. Ridiculous. She will be in the awards mix, I feel fairly certain saying that. The awards will hand out at the end of the summer: MVP, Offensive Player of the Year, Defensive Player of the Year, Pitcher of the Year, Coach of the Year. Also, Newcomer of the Year. That one is always a little controversial, is not the right word, but People's Choice. And beg your pardon, not Newcomer, Breakthrough Player. Called strike 3. Armstrong sits down Hoffman on 3 pitches, 2 away. And here's Griggs, who grounded out her first time up. Trying to crack this Armstrong code. 0-1. No one has really barreled up anything for Sadie Armstrong so far. Both of the singles by the Swashbucklers were on the infield. This is slapped over to short, and the throw is in time. And it's a 1-2-3 inning. Corralled by Sadie Armstrong. Wow, we go to the 4th. No score between these two contenders in the FGCL. A myriad of changes for the Swashbucklers as we go to the 4th. I'll walk you through it. Hoffman is now in left. Olivia Teibel has come into play center. And Shelby Taylor is in right. New third baseman is Lyndon Cole. Shortstop is still Kate English. Second base still Eden Frederick. And a new first baseman. Well, it should be Jada Way, but it's still Savant. Oh, I jumped the gun. That's the next inning. Well, we'll get there. Everybody else is correct. Grace Taylor grounds it back to Dally. And that was fast. 1 out. Should probably do this now. Through 3 innings. Both teams, no runs. Both teams, 2 hits. Both teams, no errors. Rodeo's left 2 on base. Swashbucklers have left 3. Dally, in relief, has now gone 2 1/3. 2 hits, no runs, no walks, 2 strikeouts. 30 pitches, 20 strikes. Very clean line there. It's 2-3-4. We've already seen 2. Here's 3. Sam Walls. Walls struck out in the first inning. Speed for days. If she can get on base, she is a major problem. Walls entered this game hitting .500 with a .565 on base percentage. Has walked 3 times, so she's shown a good eye. Once that one foul. 2-1. All right, let's check Twitter. See if any of you have joined in the fun. Nope. All right, come on, guys. I even played the Lonely Boy card. No tweets. Gray, GRAY_Robertson. Just let me know where you're watching. Say hi. If you don't want me to read it, then say don't read it. But anything to know that there are people out there. Two from Dally's in the dirt. Full count. Got her. Great spot. And another strikeout for the Swashbuckler pitching staff. Got, I believe, 6 now. Dally has 3 of them. And 2 gone for Sadie Armstrong. Armstrong struck out in the second inning. That was against Dally. Ground ball over to third. Handled by Cole. Good throw. 1, 2, 3. More good work by Kate Dally. And now to the bottom of the 4th. Still scoreless. Great duel over here on field 1. Don't miss it. We'll be right back. New pitcher in the ball game for the Rodeo. And it is Maggie Place. Pitcher of the year in the FGCL a few summers ago. Recently portaled to North Texas after departing Grand Canyon. Place a 4.77 ERA, 1-3 record. 22 innings, 27 hits. 18 runs, 15 earned, 6 walks, and 15 strikeouts. Comes in for Armstrong, who gave the Rodeo a great start. 3 innings, 2 hits, no runs, 1 walk, 2 Ks. Olivia Teibel welcomes Place with a beautiful bunt, and she's safe. Hustling down the first base line. And Teibel, portaling from Stetson, is aboard. to lead off the bottom of the fourth, setting up Rusty Riley, who's 0 for 1. See if Tybal considers a run. She'll hold off for now, 1-0. So Tybal now 6 for 22 on the summer with that hit. She's also scored 9 times. So when she gets on, which is often, because her OBP is pretty good too, typically it leads to something good for the Swashbucklers. Third place, 8-3. Rodeo 5-5. Over on the other field there, in the bottom of the fourth over there too. What is going on this morning? Efficient softball, 2-1. Sea Cows over the Snowbirds. Little low, 3-1. And Riley draws the walk. Well, this is not the start that Place envisioned, I'm sure. 2 on, nobody out for Eden Frederick. Frederick struck out her first time up. Trying to move the runners here. Ooh, goodness. Good effort by Shivert, but it's foul. 0-1. That would have been the exact opposite of moving the runners. It's always interesting to see strategy in the regular season versus the playoffs. Regular season, frankly, again, a lot of these kids are here to get playing time, get some stats to take back to their college coaches. You're not really thinking about that aspect. Once we get to postseason, in this type of game, single elimination playoffs, if this were happening right now, this would be, I assume, an auto bunt call from McKenna Reed. Here, though, I don't have a problem with it. Frederick has a chance with 2 on, nobody out. Let her cook. Everybody stays, 1 and 2. At this point, I think I'm just going to assume no one's watching, which is fine. Slap to short. It's basically a sacrifice. Both runners move up. And Frederick does her job. 1 down, 2nd and 3rd. And the time is now for Kate English. Already referenced English a couple times. She had the infield single her first time up. Chance to do a little more damage. And she will, back up the middle. And there was, oh goodness, a collision on the base paths. But it's an RBI, and the Swashbucklers are on the board. So Tybal scores. Riley's at 3rd. English advances on the throw. And here's Shelby Taylor. Ball 1 to the portaler. Departing Houston. Looking for a new home. Hitting it well here. 10 of 26 with a .385 batting average. 5 RBIs, a double, 10 runs. .484 on base percentage. Right now it's the RBI single by Kate English. That's the difference. Might be, at this rate, all the Swashbucklers need with how Dahlia's pitched. We believe Sparkman will be the one that comes in the 6th and 7th, which would be very interesting. This could be the old start and save situation. Great bunt by Taylor, and it's thrown away. Another run will score, maybe two. Nope, just the one. 2-0 Swashbucklers. That'll be a hit and an error. Now Packett bunts it foul. 0-1. It's no RBI because Riley was hanging until the throw, and now Packett's laid it down beautifully. Infield single. Base is loaded, and this is execution at its finest right now. Packett's aboard with a base hit. 6 hits on the day for the Swashbucklers, and a good number of them have come in this inning. 4 of them, to be exact. Now you've got the bases loaded for Lyndon Cole, one of the top RBI producers in the FGCL. Cole, out of Arkansas Rich Mountain, looking for a new home. 10 of 21, 476 average, 11 RBIs, second on the team, top 5 in the FGCL. 2 home runs, a double, and 6 runs scored. There's a strike from Place, who needs more of those. 1-1. Bases loaded, 1 out for Cole. Swashbucklers already have scored 2 in this inning. Looking to maybe bust it open here in the 4th. Place must bear down, no other choice. 2-2. In the air to right, this is carrying a long way off the fence. Now bring in 1. Here comes a second, and it's a long 2 RBI single for Cole to make it 4-0. What a piece of hitting by Lyndon to build the lead here in the 4th. And it's a 4 spot here in this inning off of Place. And here comes Savant. Savant 0 for 1. First pitch out to left. This looks good, and it will fall fair down the left field line. Cole motors around third, stops, and uh-oh. She's way out of the baseline. She's going to be tagged out. Savant gets in at third. It's 5-0, 2 outs. RBI double for Savant, now at third. And here's Hoffman with 2 gone. A strange 0 for 2 for one of the best hitters in the FGCL, Madison Hoffman. Kind of makes you think she's due for something. Bunt. Fair ball. The throw to first is in time. And that bunt didn't quite get out as far as needed to be successful. And the side is retired. However, we journey on to the fifth inning, and the Swashbucklers have indeed grabbed a lead in a big-time way. 5-0, third-place team up on the rodeo. Well, this game has turned from a pitcher's duel to a need runs now situation for the rodeo, trailing 5-0. Billy Shivert, 5'6'7". Shivert, Henderson, and Franz against Kate Daly, who's been tough to figure out so far. Shivert today 0 for 1 with a ground out. But the Swashbucklers just went to town in the fourth inning. I mean, 5 runs, all were earned. There was one error, but it was on a throw, and the hits following made that run earned. New first baseman, by the way, for the Swashbucklers is Jada Wade. Checking Twitter, still nothing. Disappointing, guys. Hope we hear from you in the postseason. That's fouled off, 2-2. Let's check in on the other field since we don't have any messages to check. Bottom of the fourth still. 2-1 Sea Cows over the Snowbirds. And it is now the fifth. Snowbirds just got to have a bases loaded jam. 2-1 over there. Another foul ball by Shivert. Kate Daly is I think, name a lot of coaches should look at. Currently in the portal, got good stuff. But today is up there for, I think, one of the better summer performances I've seen from her. She's been very sound in her location. And the defense has helped her out too. Look at English on a line. 1 down. In steps Montgomery Henderson. Struck out looking in the second. Just her second K of the summer. Ball one. Three and zero. Dally shook off a couple things. Now the 3-1 to Henderson. Ooh, went around. I think Dally made the right choice there. Full count. Glad that you're with us here on field one. Gray Robertson over here. Lance is on field two. Tom will be here the rest of the day. I'll be on field two for the 2:30 time slot. Now Dally calls time. Trying to get on the same page. With Packett, who's now behind the plate. Back up the middle, and that sneaks through for a base hit. Good job by Henderson executing to get somebody on for the rodeo here in the fifth. Bringing up Franz, who has one of the other 3 hits today. Singled back in the third to start off that inning. That's the chance that was missed so far for the rodeo. Got the first 2 batters on, couldn't score. Rolled slowly to second. Didn't get the double play, but did get the lead runner, although admittedly that was a lot closer than I thought it would be. 2 away for Cash Bear. Allen will come and run. Single earlier today for Cash. Looking to bunt, fouls it off. Up and in, 1-1. This is Skide on the left side. Who wants it? Turns out it's the shortstop English. Another runner left stranded by the Rodeo, and we go to the bottom of the fifth. Swashbucklers in command here on field one. As we go to the fifth inning, is that Sadie Armstrong catching for the Rodeo? I think it might be. That's interesting. Garrett Griggs, 2-3-4. It's Griggs, Tybal, and Riley. Garrett's 0 for 2. And a first pitch ball to Garrett. Very interesting that Swashbucklers are up 5-0, total control of this game, and Griggs and Hoffman are a total of 0 for 5. Not sure I would have expected that, but that's a sign of a good team. When two of your best aren't producing, can everybody else step up? That's been the case today. Also don't have a hit from JQs, so it's truly been the whole gang. Well hit out to center, but caught. One away. And up comes Tybal, who laid down a bunt and beat it out her first time up, 1 for 1. Later came around to score. This is slapped to short and misplayed by Taylor, and that'll be an E6. Now Rusty Riley. 0 for 1. Grounded out in the second, walked and scored in the fourth. Swashbucklers, by the way, trying to put this in run rule territory. That run rule inducing run is on deck. Two 1 to Riley. That's in the dirt. 3 and 1. Rusty Riley on the Swashbucklers. One of the best names in the FGCL. Feels pretty clear. Ball 4. And the game-winning run comes to the plate. Up comes Eden Frederick. 0 for 2 today. Strikeout and a ground out. Ball 1. Whatever reason, it is just not happening for Maggie Place today. There's a strike, 1 and 1. Place is a really talented arm. She's pitched very well here in the league the last few years. But this season has just gotten in a little bit more trouble than we're used to seeing. Slow slap to the circle, and she's safe. Base is loaded as Frederick reaches. With 1 out, the game-winning run is standing at first for Kate English, who's had a really good day. 2 for 2 outing. Single in the second, single and a run in the fourth. Also drove in a run. And that gets away. 6-0. Tybal scores. And they're going to call time. English smokes it to left. That's carrying and gone. Ball game. Kate English ends it in 5 with a 3-run homer. She finishes 3 for 3 with 4 RBIs, and the Swashbucklers, in the blink of an eye, win the game 9-0. Kate Dally gets the win in the circle. Maggie Place takes the loss. Rodeo dropped to 5 and 6 overall. The Swashbucklers improve to 9 and 3. What a game for Kate English. And that'll wrap up our game here on Field 1. Wow, that happened really fast. We will step aside and get you set for the next game here on this field. Second game of our triple header coming up. It'll be the Aquanauts and the Squeeze right here on field 1. For everyone from the FGCL, I'm Gray Robertson. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. What a win for the Swashbucklers. It was 3-0, or I beg your pardon, it was no score after 3, and then after 5, they win it 9-0. We'll see you next time, everybody. Have a good rest of your weekend. We hope you join us for the rest of our action here today.